Well, the opening day of any competition is special for everyone. A red letter day for everybody here, and those of you who have joined us for our live coverage. I hope everybody is comfortably strapped in for the ride. We're sure that this will be a feast of football, irresistible, emotional, a roller coaster for everyone involved.
Today's match. Everyone, please welcome
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Well, it could be a disguise, Peter, for something else. And that five at the back can easily produce wing-backs. If that's the case, I think, it might end up a three at times. Admittedly, though, if they do play deeper and in line with the centre-backs, then we can take it that they don't really want to give much away. That'll be foremost in their minds. But essentially, it depends on the two wide players in that defence. If they push on a little bit more, we could see something very different.
So we're up and running. Nicely spread. Park Ji-sung. Albert Ferrer has it in a wide position. Aimed in towards the... Up he goes! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
It is a challenge just a bit on the firm side. Kalulu. It's Park Ji-sung. And he was quick to react. A nicely aimed pass. De Bruyne. Rijkaard. Oh, there's a probing ball. De Bruyne, Park Ji-sung. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Musiala! And into the grateful arms of the keeper. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's picked it up out wide. Shoots! And yes, it's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Palmer grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this one always did feel hard to predict, and that's exactly how it looks like turning out.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Musiala. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Passes short and sharp. Palmer deciding to turn to the long... Has a shot! Good strike, quite an alarm. Albert Ferrer. De Bruyne. To Okazaki. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's been shipped out wide. Pinches it off him. Musiala. This is promising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's intervened well there. Musiala will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
That's a sharp pass. Now he's off and running. Okazaki proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
It's a really well-measured ball. De Bruyne. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Very nicely done. He slings it. Here's the header! Harmlessly behind. Kalulu. Saliba. Musiala. Zanetti. And it's Rijkaard. Marquinhos. And Zanetti. Saliba. Distributed tidily.
Added time.
Out for a throw. And it's Musiala. Okazaki. Can he finish? Superb from Okazaki! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Okazaki simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
And we've reached half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. That gets things going for the second half. Tries to get it clear. Rijkaard. Marquinhos. Zanetti. Looking to provide the solidity his team so need. It's Albert Ferrer. It's Park Ji-sung. Musiala. Park Ji-sung. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And here's Okazaki. Oh, good take in a good area. Can he get on the end of this? Chance to deliver. Saliba gets it away.
Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly wouldn't go against that, although he may keep an eye on the bench for fear of being taken off.
Oh, good-looking ball. Just about up to the hour now. Musiala proves just a little bit too strong. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Aimed beyond the defence. He's on it, can he get away? Backward it goes. There's the shot! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Zanetti. And it's Okazaki. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. Nicely weighted ball. Good ball, good take. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That is lovely. Gets the shot away! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Parma really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Played out to the right. And it's Albert Ferrer. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that's been won straight back. Oh, a delicate chip through. Could try cutting inside here. And the flag has stayed down. And that's played in low. Okazaki. That's Rijkaard. De Bruyne. And Kalulu. It's Park Ji-suk. Great vision. Threads one in. Albert, great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Albert Ferrer deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Substitutions taking place.
Parma can make their change now with a break in play. Oh, smashing header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. I think we're just about done here. Tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
There will be 1 minute at a
Parma
time.
really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some...
And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Okazaki voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, this was a result that reflected the difference in team strengths. I mean, you felt that all they had to do was release their power and they were going to steamroll their opposition, which pretty much happened.
This is a lost children's announcement.
And all that remains... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few...
McKennie! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. McKennie, spread out to the left, and here's Yildiz. Conceição was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Saliba. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's intervened well there. Cambiasso. Locatelli. Bremer. McKennie. It's a really well-measured ball. And it's Thuram. That's a good ball out wide. He's in a great position here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Musiala. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Yildiz. Thuram. McKennie. Cross to the back post. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And it's Musiala. Now it's Okazaki. Played out towards the right wing. Park Ji-sung is always looking to play quality balls. Played in by Albert Ferrer. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. But that is a superb rearguard action. Boga with the short one. And he shoots! And now a sudden chance to counter. Musiala is fouled. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. He's in space and looking for options. The ball goes in. Locatelli. Half an hour played now. McKennie. Over to the left. Yildiz. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Thuram. Now it's McKennie. Caresses it through. Locatelli unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Zanetti. Now it's Okazaki. McKennie. Now it's Conceição. Well, that is one way to stop him. De Bruyne. And this is Okazaki. Great work on the overlap. Kelly getting this one clear. In once more. Cleared without hesitation. De Bruyne crosses. McKennie. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's Conceição. Conceição. Good, strong midfield running here. Musiala. Nicely spread. Park Ji-sung receives it in a wide position. Musiala! It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's played in low. Cleared without complication. And it's half-time here. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. the second half gets underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
He's being urged to shoot. McKennie! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Saliba. Antonetti. Saliba. And it's Albert Ferrer. Knocks it into space. Oh, and De Bruyne! He has done it! The second half off to a spectacular start. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
And it's Cambiasso. Cambiasso goes on a charge down the left. Oh, shooting chance! And again! Goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, he could easily have slipped that to his right just to keep the attack alive, and it looks like he's going to learn the hard way.
Zanetti was in no mood for any of that. And Kalulu. And it's De Bruyne. Played out to the right. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Boga. Out to the right. Now it's Conceição. Thuram. Little pass back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
De Bruyne. That's Park Ji-sung.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Boga. Musiala did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Park Ji-sung has it out wide and in space. Karim claims it, safe hands. Kalulu, McKennie, Boga. He won't be happy with that one. And that is as far as they're going to go.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And it's McKennie, distributed tidily. Conceição tries to play it through. No, he had to make that, and he did make it. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Thinks about the shot. Nicely weighted. Tries a shot! They've scored! And they're back in front. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
You've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact, and sheer class.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Openda is onto this. And that has been clubbed away and smartly reclaimed. McKennie.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Okazaki, and it's De Bruyne. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. De Bruyne to Musiala. Played out to the right. Threads one in. Played into space out wide. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Okazaki picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your reflections then, Jim?
This was a fantastic display, Peter, of expansive football. They stretched their opponents at every given opportunity, and they ran them ragged. It was all highly impressive. This is a performance that hasn't just got my approval. Listen.
And all that remains for... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Palmer looking to pass their way through. Albert Ferrer. To De Bruyne. And here's Okazaki. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. Chance, surely! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Rijkaard. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And it's Musiala. Now it's Okazaki. Now De Bruyne! Nicely aimed pass. Now he's off and running. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Knocks it out wide. What a throw in. Oh, good spread. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And the return pass. He's looking wide. Swept in. And that's an excellent interception. Rijkaard. Zanetti. And it's Okazaki. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
De Bruyne. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Lovely feet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rijkaard. Musiala. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Okazaki. Musiala. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And it's Okazaki. Can he get on the end of this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Gently done. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Saliba. Rijkaard. Looking to play him in. Plays it across. And that should get the job done. Park Ji-sung. Musiala. Pinches it off him. Okazaki. And it's De Bruyne.
De Bruyne really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Palmer finding their passes. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And we'd like to
So we
inform you
reached
now
the
that
halfway
latest
point
travel
and neither
information
side
is
have
currently
yet been able to
displayed
force
on
the issue.
screen.
It's 0-0.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And it's Musiala. Now it's Okazaki. Now that looks a decent ball. Crosses it in. Oh, well played. It's a really well-measured ball. Musiala. Albert Ferrer. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Now it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Oh, what has happened here? And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And the pass is intercepted. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Nicely spread. Ball is over the line. Now it's Okazaki. Looking for the run. Park Ji-sung providing... He gets big! He's got a goal! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Minutes is number 22, Musiala.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now here's the delivery. And he's taking no chances there. And he's forced to go back. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Played back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Clipped into space. Gets his head on it! Oh, crossbar! Park Ji-sung's cross. And that has put paid to that. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Half an hour gone in the second half.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Okazaki. It's Albert Ferrer. And it's De Bruyne. Looking here to chip it through. Shoots! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Substitution.
Parma can make their change now with a break in play. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. 1-0 as we head towards the end. He's in a great position here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field is number 29.
Musiala getting this one clear.
Substitutions taking place.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Kalulu. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
2 added
Albert
minutes
Ferrer
has been indicated.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And he's got his cross in. He's got tall. No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again.
That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Musiala taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us all away, Peter, but I felt the team did a lot right, especially that well-timed goal.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.